Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to talk about Starfield ship customization. So after the Starfield Direct video, we actually got to see quite a bit of the customization that you're able to do to your ship inside the game. But one thing that was left kind of vague was how soon can you get into the gameplay, right? Can you just jump into the game, do a couple missions, and then boom, can you start customizing your ship? And based off the information from the Kinda Funny Games interview that they had with Todd Howard, it's not necessarily something that's end game, but it is something that is considered later game. And what I mean by that is it's expensive to do, which I think is pretty cool. Being able to go in and just customize your ships right off the bat, having it to be something cheap just doesn't really make it so there's something to look forward to later. Considering you are going to acquire multiple ships throughout the game anyways. So first and foremost, I want to talk about how do you acquire ships in Starfield. But so far, the two confirmed ways are obviously purchasing a ship or piracy. And piracy, the way you do it is, you're flying around in space and you hail somebody flying by, and you're actually able to board their ship and fight the crew and steal their ship. That is cool. That is very cool. That's a really cool aspect in this game. The thing is you can't customize it until you register it. And that's to make sure that the economy does not get messed up with you just being able to go out, pirate a bunch of ships, and then just go straight into customizing what that ship is, right? They want you to register the ship, which is going to cost you credits or whatever the currency is. I believe he's referenced credits a couple times. And then you can start customizing. So this to me, obviously shows that, it might be relatively cheap to acquire these ships, being piracy, but to register them is going to cost, a chunk of change. Yeah, you can also assign different crew members to different ships that you're not manning, which is pretty cool because, through outposts, which I vaguely talked about in the last video about exploration, because there are some exploration aspects that lead into outposts, and they may be able to taxi resources from one outpost to another, or possibly, sell your resources. Maybe they have to fly to like a city or something, so you might want like a more storage heavy ship to be at your outpost with one of your crew members manning it, and they might have to like gather the resources that take the resources that your outpost is currently mining up, and then it ends up in the ship storage, and then maybe they have to like fly and sell it, right? That's not confirmed. It's just they did say that you can assign different ships to crew members, and then they also mentioned separately that you can use different ships to taxi resources to and from an outpost. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to see between the lines here and see if, okay, is there a way for them to just like fly to a city and sell your resources for you and just have that completely automated? Or do you have to show up, gather all the resources that you've mined up, and then fly to a city yourself? Or actually, we don't know where you sell the resources anyway, so maybe it just happens automatically. Who knows? I don't want to get too deep into the possibilities of what you're able to do with the crewmates and ships, just because there's still a lot that's kind of not confirmed. A lot of it is speculation. So I'll just kind of stick to the ship customization and just kind of like transports in general in this video. One thing that I've noticed in the Starfield Direct video is when you're cycling through different ship parts, there is a company name, like a manufacturer. And I almost wonder if there's different competing companies, and based off of the faction that you're you know, maybe there's like a renown system that you have to like level up and might give you discounts on different companies that might have a different expertise in different things. Like perhaps maybe Vanguard might be more combative, where there's a company that gives more discounts to Vanguard, right? And then Constellations is a different company where it's like hyperdrive or gravity drive, and you know, so you might get better discounts on that, right? That's just some speculation. I think that'd be kind of neat, but we'll see. But there are manufacturers in the game. Trying to read between the lines again on different possibilities that you can do with the different manufacturers and how you know, maybe different factions could affect it. It does seem like when you are customizing the ship, there are pieces where it's like, this is where your crew can go, this is where your crew can be, like navigating through, like maybe internal modular pieces, and then the extra storage pieces, like let's just say you wanted to build like kind of a maybe like a storage freighter ship or something, right? You know, there's pieces that are specific to where your crew can go, pods or modular pieces for like where your weapons can go. And I don't know if that's necessarily something that when you're inside the ship, that's what you assign to, or if you buy a pod or a modular part where it's like, this is where the guns go, you know, like an arsenal piece. It does look like, you know, there are quite a bit of options to where you can have this huge ship where you're just going through many different pods. Your crew can be in many different areas. And then there's like separate storage locations, right? So like if you were building, like I said, a storage freighter, you have those pieces that you can move around in. And then on the outside of that you can't just go into would be kind of the storage containers, right? And it seems like you can just load up on a ton of those. I can totally see myself making something that's like a huge freighter that's like kind of flat, wide open floor plan, and then almost make it look like a gigantic TIE fighter with storage containers. Just I don't know, just something stupid like that. That's kind of what I gathered from the Starfield Direct video. Is there's pieces that are very specific to what you can move around in, perhaps what they're assigned to. Like, are they pre-assigned to, this is like your arsenal area, this is the sleeping quarters, this is, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. Or if you assign that while you're inside the ship or not. And then there's pieces that are very specific to the functionality of the ship, you know, maybe firearms and then gravity drive, storage, stuff like that. But I'm going to wrap this up. This is going to be a rather quick one. You know, this game so far is offering so much in this department that I have not felt this kind of excitement for, as far as like ship customization goes, out of any game. This seems really cool. You're basically building your home or your playing area, right? And then not only that, you also have outposts. Like, there's just so much customization in this game. You can also change the color of your ship, and they had a color slider in there that they were showing off. It seems like it's very, you know, you have to do like each piece or something, so you can make like maybe like a design out of something big, you know, just out of the paint scheme as well. So anyway, we'll cut this short. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the ship customization. Anything from the different pieces and perhaps the different possibilities of different companies and different factions, that's a maybe, to the whole design almost whatever you want aspect. You know, mass amount of storage containers, or do you want some sleek looking fighter, you know? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to that point in the game, because it is a later game feature. And yeah, so if you guys like this type of video, feel free to subscribe, like it, and I'll catch you guys on the next Starfield video. Take it easy.